So today we are finally back working on the 1988 Honda Accord with the LS swap in it. This is the project that I think about before I'm gonna go to bed. Is it weird to think about car projects before you go to sleep and when you wake up and when you're sleeping? Either way, man, I cannot wait to get this thing going.
And now, you're watching the I shift my car into neutral, then check if it's in neutral, and then again check if it's in neutral channel of YouTube. Welcome to Modification.
Hey, so what's happening? Thank you so much for joining me on yet another video. So with this car, we just want to get right into it. What you saw last was the transmission tunnel being built or being mapped out with all those rods. I'm just going to go ahead, put my nose down, and get right to work, and then we'll check back in a while. Alrighty, so as you can see, it is really starting to take shape now. I've actually been working on this the last couple of days, and some of those clips that you just saw were actually filmed a couple of days ago. But when I'm just really focused and really working on the car, sometimes I like to just not talk at all, set up the camera, put it in a time lapse so that way you can watch progress happen and you can just watch me work. So what we have so far is the trans tunnel is completely covered. That little hole right there is for the steering column to come through, and if you notice on this side and the engine bay side, all of that is completely smooth. And then if we come around here to the inside of the car, this inside is completely smooth, but there's a transition from smoothness to all of those rods. So the rods for the bay side are in the inside of the car, the rods for the outside are on the outside of the car, just so that way everything's going to look as good as possible. And those rods, I actually welded a bunch of them, as you can see right here. So that's not just metal, that's the rod welded to the metal, and then this spot, and then that spot, and this spot, and this spot, and this spot. There's a whole bunch of them that I welded from underneath the car. And the way that I'm looking at those rods is almost like rebar inside of concrete. Those rods are gonna add a whole bunch of strength, and the sheet metal that I used to build out the entire tunnel is pretty thin, but as soon as you weld the actual metal to the rods, it's a lot stronger now. So we made some really good progress. I think I just gotta keep moving, because the main goal is for this car, we wanna eventually prime the engine bay and start doing body work very soon. This is the plate for the very top of the firewall. Let me measure. So we want to go about a foot right there, and then I want it to fold, so I want an inch or so on each side, so 2 inches total. And then once you mark out 2 inches, you can just run this all the way down. Good to go. So 1 foot by 2 inches, and I want to make the fold. I want to make the fold at 1.25 inches. Perfect. Let's go get this cut out. Here we go. And this piece, believe it or not, this is just a piece to kind of cover up the ugly. Well, it happens. Let's go get it folded up. We got the surface pretty well cleaned up, and as I was going through with my grinder, my main thing was I wanted to knock down all of the high spots. So what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna take this is OSFO. This is a rust inhibitor or surface prep, just to prep the fresh metal before I go ahead and prime it. And what I want to do is I want to get it primed so that way it's all protected. That way we could just stop it from rusting on here on out. If I have to weld in any brackets, or if I have to do anything else along those lines, I can just knock some of that primer off, weld it, and reprime it. So the primer is just going to prevent us from going backwards at this point, but it's not going to prevent us from going forward. Then I can do all the body work and everything else. And again, I just want to get this metal protected. So I'm going to go ahead and spray this down, and I'll show you exactly how that works on the metal. This stuff works really well. Stuff is really nasty. If you're gonna be spraying a whole bunch of it, I would recommend putting a mask on and also putting on some gloves, maybe some glasses. That's if you're spraying a whole bunch. This, it might be all right. So the idea is any exposed metal, you just go ahead and mist it on there, and then in a second we'll go inside the car so I can show you exactly on a real rusty spot how this thing works out. So if we go inside of the car and we look at an area that's pretty rusty, somewhere that I didn't wipe down at all, just up there you can see. So I'm just gonna mist that on there pretty good. And then right now, it is 1:26. So in about 5 minutes, we'll come back and take a look at that. And just like that, it is now 1:31. So all I did was sprayed everything else. And again, I did nothing but spray it. Now it doesn't look perfect. I'm gonna still wipe it down a little bit more, but all of that surface rust is completely taken care of. That looks really solid. Now what I'm gonna do is start to get ready to actually prime the bay. I'm gonna wipe everything down with the wax and grease remover, then spray it out with my air gun. And also keep in mind, I still gotta get the bottom of the car, the back of the car. I'm kind of working in phases. Just because I'm not doing it right now doesn't mean that I'm not gonna do it in a little while, tomorrow, maybe even later today. But what I want to get done, hopefully I have some primer. What I would like to use, and I think what I have to use, is an epoxy primer, because epoxy primer is DTM, or it's rated for directly to metal. So I'm going to see if I have any of that laying around from a previous job. If I don't, I'll go pick some up. Either way, I want to focus on getting this thing ready to be primed today. Now that it's completely sprayed down, degreased, and wiped down, we are about ready to go. So I actually did end up finding some primer. What we have right here, this is just a pretty cheap epoxy primer. So if you can see right there at the bottom, it says direct to metal, or also DTM also means direct to metal, DTM. So with this primer, you just mix it at a 1:1 mix ratio. So that means for 10 ounces of this, you do 10 ounces of that. 1 ounce of this, 1 ounce of that. You get the idea. Let's just go ahead and get that mixed up, spray it down. And again, all this needs to do is just cover up the metal, so that way it's not gonna rust anymore. I'm not expecting anything more out of it. Alright, so here we go. That looks perfect for exactly what I needed to do, and what that is not rust any longer, and it will not rust any longer without epoxy on there. So if you can see inside, looks pretty good as well. And keep in mind, inside there's going to be seam sealer, then there's going to be sound deadening, then there's going to be carpet. So everything that you see in there is going to be under 3 layers of other stuff. And in the engine bay, there's plenty of other things that I maybe will have to weld out, or other holes that I'll need to put in it, but it looks pretty good just as is. And then this is how it always looks. I kind of compare this to whenever I'm building shock tower extensions, they always look kind of ugly. Then you grind them down, then they look a little bit better. And as long as they're close, by the time you start to do filler work, you're in pretty good shape. I've seen people build stuff out of filler and they use probably 50% metal, 50% filler to make the shape. Where this, I believe I'm 90% there. I'm just gonna have to use a little bit of filler work around the edges, and I think that looks really good. There is a lot more metal work that needs to be done, but like I said, if I need to merge any of those edges or inside the car, there's definitely an area that I'm gonna have to sand down a little bit, but that's gonna be a lot less time than the amount of time that I had to take the last couple of days prepping the metal, making sure that I got to this point. So it's no big deal if I just have to prep a little edge of it. That's fine. It's not gonna get rusty any longer, and that's exactly what I wanted to happen. So these last couple of days have been kind of slow because I've just been cutting out a piece of metal, putting it, measuring another piece, cutting another piece, putting another piece, welding another piece. I've been doing all kinds of those things. That tedious work, I believe, is kind of coming to an end. So coming up, we have something really cool. We're going to finish out the motor. That's a video that's going to be very soon. You're going to see the motor fully put together. And man, that thing looks phenomenal. Also, we got something really cool going on with the dash and the gauges, and that's all I'm going to say about that. And also, if you guys could, please leave a like on this video. It only takes a second. Just hit the little button right there. Hit the like button. If you made it this far, leave a like for me. I'd really appreciate that. So I think that's going to be it for this one, you guys. Check out the merch. Like this video. Comment, subscribe. Do all the stuff. You know what it is, YouTube. I will see you on the next one very soon. I'm out.